Okay, so this is my first video. Um, I'm going to talk to you about life. I've had a lot of experiences, a lot of challenges, but I'm an overcomer and I'm a conqueror. And just to let you know, same thing can happen to you. There are a lot of subjects I want to touch on, but I'm going to touch on today about self-care. You got to know who you are. You got to know where you're going, and you got to know what you want. So in my experience, in order for me to do that, I had to face some demons. And I knew they were there, but I just kept pressing them down, pressing them down. But in 2014, I had no choice but to face them, which helped me to become a better person than I am now and to have a better mindset. So what I started doing is praying, because that's the first thing you need to do. Pray and ask God to show you yourself. And as you go along about your day, trust and believe He's going to show you yourself. You just have to keep in mind, you got to have an expectation. Okay, I asked God to do this. I believe He's going to do it. And when it comes to you, don't be in denial. Okay, because you're going to keep going around that same cycle and cycle and cycle of going nowhere. You want to get out of the mindset, or you want a different life, you have to first acknowledge things that are going on with you. You got to acknowledge your demons. I'm not going to go into detail about what my demons were. I will say that it was very challenging. It was hurting. But it was growing pains. I had to leave some people alone 100%. I had to do some sacrificing. In that sacrificing, I was humbled. One of them I'm going to tell you is I had to give up my apartment because I wanted to come out of debt. Because I seen the same cycle and it was doing the same time every year, every month. I would always have these financial problems. So I peeped what I was doing. God showed me. It was a mirror. My dog wants to go out, but he's just going to have to hold on for a minute. So I had to give up my apartment. And I got an offer and I didn't take it, but the offer kept coming to me, so finally I took it. In this offer, it was a spiritual battle. But I will say that the intentions that the individual had was so much different from what God had. God used that individual to get me out of debt. God used a lot of individuals to help me get out of debt because I wanted to be a homeowner, because I was tired of staying in an apartment. So I had to go through that to overcome to get to where I'm at right now. So this is not going to be a long one, but the first thing you need to do is self-care. You got to know yourself. You got to know where you're going. And you got to know who you belong to in order to put out the good energy to get good energy back, basically. So, first thing you need to do is pray. Ask God to show you yourself. And when you begin to start seeing yourself, then that's when you go and say, okay, God, I need instructions in detail. That was my prayer, because I'm a detailed person. I need instructions in detail on how to conquer this demon. And I'm going to tell you, some of the stuff is deep rooted. And the reason why we have behaviors like we do, because of the deep rooted issues that we have. once those issues, those demons, whatever you want to call it, once they are uprooted, then new seeds can be planted and take root. It's just like a plant. That's how I learned to have the love of growing plants. God used my aunt when it came to plants. He used her for that purpose. He used her for other things. And then that season was over. But once those are uprooted, then good seeds begin to take root, because now those seeds are being sowed on fertile ground. Nothing can grow if it ain't fertile. Okay? If you ain't fertile, you can't grow. You can't have a baby. And I'm just speaking in the terms that I know. And I'm speaking from experience. And I'm sharing with you. But first you got to pray. You acknowledge it. And then you ask God, give me basic detailed instructions on how to get this uprooted. And He gonna show you. Appreciate you listening.